Hello, this is Stephen Bridges, and this is your Goldthwait Eagles sneak preview for the November 2nd, 2011 edition. This weekend brings the hunters to Mills County for the opening of rifle deer season here in Mills County. The population of Mills County at least doubles and maybe triples on the opening weekend of deer season. They'll bring their high hopes for big bucks, and they'll also bring their money to Mills County. So we want to open them with welcoming arms. There's a lot of big activities going on this weekend, as the Mills County General Store will have an all-you-can-eat lunch consisting of Ginger Spees' homemade beans and cornbread. And her beans, she takes ribs and smokes them, and Rodney takes all the rib meat off of them and puts them in with the beans, and they are something special to have. So if you haven't had Ginger's very special homemade beans, she'll be serving those all you can eat for free downtown at the General Store till as long as they're lasting for all the hunters and locals alike. We'll also have some stew by Frank Bridges and some chili by yours truly. So you can get all that downtown, and also at the downtown the chamber will be having gun raffle tickets downtown, and they'll also be set up out at Ranchland Country Store. Ranchland Country Store always has a lot of deals going on out there at their store too, so if you haven't been by there in a while, it's a great place to stop by and see all the big bucks that are shown off by everyone here in Mills County. Got a lot of big front page news this week. It's election day coming up, November 8th. Until Friday, you can vote early voting at the courthouse basement, and after that, you'll need to vote at your precinct polling places, and we've got all those listed right there on the front page. There'll be a big Mullen fundraiser Saturday afternoon at 5 to 8 p.m. at the Mullen Community Center. Don't want to miss that. It's a big fundraising activity for their town. Don't forget, we're going to fall back this weekend. Don't show up early for church. Sleep as late as you can. So don't forget to set your clocks back Saturday night for that. We've got a nice story on Todd Stewart making the CPRA finals this year in his bull riding. We want to congratulate him. We did a nice feature story on him. It starts on the front page, and Goldthwait Eagles will be taking on El Dorado for their last district game of the year, hoping to make the playoffs. So gas up and get ready. It's 147 miles out there, and so let's make the trip and go Eagles. This week we've also got some local hunters bagged a big bear on a shopping trip to San Antonio. I have to read all about that on 2A. It's one less bear to run over my face, so I'm proud of those boys. Thanks, Campbell kids. And also in this week, the City Council is going to meet Thursday. We've got Goldthwait City Council. We've got a nice several Mike's Minutes articles this week by Mike Lee. One is about Mason humbling the Eagles this last week. We want to read all about that. And also a preview of the El Dorado game. You also want to read all about that in there. I'm going to skim through a lot of these headlines because it's 30 full pages this week, chock full of local news you can use. Just the amount of names this week will baffle you. Several hundred names in this newspaper that local people doing good things. And so we've got several local people that passed away this week. Wallace Johnson passed away, and of course Leroy Miller. His full obituary is in there this week. So our thoughts and prayers go out to their families as they go through this, and we're sure sad to lose them. Miss Cantor has written a book called The Enigma Journal. We do a nice review on that book. Boy, there's a lot of things going on. The Fellowship Baptist Church is going to have a fundraiser for the Brazil mission trip. There's an annual fall roundup at the Shiloh Church. It was Red Ribbon Week at Goldthwait ISD and across the state. Zach Baird is going to travel abroad, one of our great kids here from Goldthwait School District. A lot of changes at the Mullen ISD. You want to read about this on 7A. There's a lot of changes going on in Mullen, and you want to be able to keep up with all that. The Lions Club Veterans Day program is starting up, so you want to look at that sign-up sheet if you're a veteran. You want to make sure you have all your information into them. The Goldthwait Eagle bragging wall is starting to pick up steam with the youth hunters bagging their big bucks this weekend. There's several of them in there, and a lot more that didn't quite make the cutoff for the paper this week, so because we had to get it out. So you want to make sure you get all that. And next week we'll be starting, I'm sure, several pages full of deer taken in Mills County. We're hoping for the best. in our deer season, and hoping for a happy, safe hunting season for everyone. This week we've got a thing about the Jack Eddington Memorial Scholarship roping that'll be coming up. Mills County retired teachers are meeting coming up real soon. Got 2 full pages of Eagle football photos by yours truly that we took, and those are all already up online if you'd like to visit them, and browse them free at goldthwaiteeagle.com, and just click on browse photos. Several hundred photos I uploaded this week you can browse and purchase at your leisure. A lot of Halloween activities this week. We took a lot of photos of cute kids trying to be scary, but we all know they're cute. Halloween happenings all over the place. A lot of kids dressed up, a lot of adults dressed up too. A lot of stuff about the Pretty Pirates Cross Country. They did really well at district, and the Goldthwait did really well at district, winning both boys and girls titles. Band is going strong. We got some band notes in from Susan Reynolds. They just had their contest going on, and some good news from Star School is using Skype to contact a former teacher that's now in Kuwait. So you want to read all about that. There's an engagement announcement. Got a lot of information about Goldthwait's cross country team. Of course, all the advertisements that have to do with the opening of deer season with our feed stores and our local retailers, getting the deer hunters in there. The deer hunters want to be sure and they look at this newspaper because it's full of hunter appreciation stuff and things going on downtown. And pecans.com has got a real nice raffle going on with door prizes. They're selling all kinds of things, including fresh baked breads and scones and cheeses and stuff from 5 Dish Farm. They're going to carry those at pecans.com this year. Meet the Eagles did almost a full page on Meet the Eagles snapshots this week. Meet the Lady Eagles, I should say, where we all go and watch the Lady Eagles put on an exhibition of dribbling and ball handling and also scrimmaging, and we get to meet all the Lady Eagles as they go forward this year in their bid to win state. So we're really excited about to have Coach Angie Hermesmeyer coming in this year. We're expecting some really great things from our kids, and it's going to be a great season. The kids ran through the Big Eagle this week. We got that in the newspaper, and all the kids from elementary school that did well on their attendance and stuff, they got a special treat running through the Big Eagle before the game, and putting stuff in the paper all the time about our kids that are doing great things. And that's one of the things that our elementary school has done for our kids, is to let them run through the Big Eagle at home games sometimes. Goldthwait Eagles also had their senior night at Eagle Field before the game, honoring the football players and cheerleaders and band members that are seniors with their parents and in there. And so you got a full page of those pictures that you can cut out and keep in your scrapbooks. And just remember, for all those deer hunters and locals alike that are in town this weekend, Swartz Food Store is always open. It's the place to get food around Mills County for either camping or for your local kitchens. It's where Georgie gets all of her supplies for her great recipes that you always read in Bridging the Gap. So stop by them. The circular is always in the paper every week. We want you to use that because it can really save you some money. Pretty ISD celebrated fall with their fall festival. A lot of great snapshots this week. Had a lot of great content coming in from Pretty this year. Thanks a lot to Nicole Renee Howington this week. She wrote the story on the fall festival, which is great. Kids are doing some wonderful things out there. Miss Hurst out there is taking some nice photos and submitting them. Sometimes the kids take them, sometimes she takes them, but they're sending them to us now. We love to have that information. We love to catch our kids doing good stuff. Nice article with some photos about the I Shine concert that they had at the Baptist Church this week. It was a great concert, all for a good Christian cause. The best dressed horse contest that they had out at the Mills County Cowboy Church was. Got some snapshots in there, and it couldn't be any cuter. The little dressing your horses up in Halloween outfits doesn't get any better than that. Any more Mills County than that. De La Rosa's family had a reunion this weekend. We've got them in the paper. Of course, as always, we've got our area service directory with full of our plumbers and our electricians and our servicemen doing all kinds of services around Mills County. You want to always read that open it up first because some of these people aren't even in the phone book. They're only in the Goldthwait Eagle, so you want to be sure you keep up with them. Of course, as always, we have a wonderful real estate section listing our land for sale. As always, not as always because we missed last week, but this week Georgie returns with her Bridging the Gap, a wonderful story this week. You'll want to read all about the family. It's one of the perks of having a newspaper is that we get to journal our family history right here week to week. Several letters to the editor this week, one by Alan Colburn Ward, who has been a regular contributor to the newspaper, and got news from the museum from Judy Wigley talking about Rafter Me and the mill. Lots of good Bible quotes in the paper. You want to read those Bible verses. We sure love them. They're inspirational to us, and it's one of the things that separates this little newspaper and our little piece of the world from the rest of the world. Here we can still be Christians and be proud of it, and we love to put that in the newspaper. Of course, on the back page this week's a full-page ad from the general store. Hunting and camping supplies abound at their store this weekend, of course. Also the big one, Big Buck Contest. We'd like to remind everyone that to enter before you harvest your deer. It's if you harvest your buck, it's too late to enter. So you want to go ahead and sign up for all the different categories at the Big Buck Contest. And even if you don't get a big buck, if you enter, you still get a chance to win their Lucky Buck Contest. So that's always a chance, no matter if you kill a big one or not. So you want to look at that, get all the deals that are deals and steals at the general store this weekend. So, and come by for free lunch, all homemade food made for the hunters and the locals alike. And that about wraps it up, and that's just the headlines. It's going to take several hours to read this edition of the Goldthwait Eagle. It's 30 full pages full of local news that you will not see anywhere else in the world. It's right here in the Goldthwait Eagle, and we're very proud to bring it to you. It is truly a labor of love by me and my staff, my wonderful staff that keeps me sane and happy and able to spend some time with my kids and family. I love and appreciate all of them that work with me here at the Eagle. Bo and Becky and Tammy and Rosa and Georgie and Frank, we all work as a wonderful team here to bring you the news that we hope you love as much as we love. So we love this little community. We want it to stay and thrive and not just survive, and we're hoping we can be a part of that. Go Eagles this weekend. Be safe going to El Dorado and back, and welcome hunters. We want you to stay, spend a little money, hopefully get a big buck. And this has been a good edition of the newspaper to put out, and we hope you all pick it up and read it. You can subscribe online or come into the Eagle office. You can subscribe online for the internet edition, which is the same exact reproduction as the print edition, or you can subscribe to the print edition also online. And just go to goldthwaiteagle.com and hit subscribe today, and it will help you sign right up there, and you can start getting the Eagle immediately online or mailed to your door, just from our little place in the center of the universe here in Goldthwait, Texas. So this has been Stephen Bridges, and this has been your sneak preview for the November 2nd edition, 2011. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.